groups for running all these negotiations. We have covered a lot of mileage for our cooperation. New markets and new gainings will be offered with this employment, investment, and also GDP and welfare of our countries will be contributed with these agreements. Our bilateral trade volume last year increased up to $7 billion and increased by 50% and broken record. And this neared us more to our $10 billion trade volume target and showed that the will by two presidents of our countries is possible to practice, and a free trade agreement will help us achieve our goal more rapidly and more effectively. However, there are more important things. Without those things, economic issues will lose their meaning. And these things are challenges related with security and peace. And that's why the steps we will take ahead to establish peace in the region were the main items in our talks. For the support for our territorial integrity and also for the support and active participation to Crimea and Crimean Tatarian groups. We would like to thank to the Republic of Turkey. We have covered much mileage in terms of construction of houses for Crimean Tatarians, and we will be attaining our goals before long. To end the peace in between Ukraine and Russia, Turkey has taken initiatives, and I would like to thank the President Erdoğan in particular for this mediation. And to make sure peace prevails, we as Ukraine are ready to do all our share. And it's important for everyone to be ready for that. We also talked about a lot of issues regarding our bilateral relations. We talked about our interaction for infrastructure and investments. For foreign businesses, Ukraine offers a lot of facilitation. Activities of Turkish companies in Ukraine are going to be supported, promoted, and we hope those relations to become more and more active for many new projects to come. We also have cooperation in the field of aviation and defense industry. We talked about those issues in our meetings. Our aim here is to materialize our joint projects, contribute to joint actions and initiatives. We signed a deal for a new technology, and this technology will be bringing about employment and help Ukraine grow its defense capacity more. We, at the same time, will be bringing about willingly a new momentum to our relations in the field of energy. Our talks today will further strengthen the energy security of the whole region, and I believe it will be bringing about positive outcomes for the security of the whole region. Along with that, I would like to state that despite all the restrictions related with the pandemic, we have broken records in terms of the numbers of the tourists. We have welcomed more and more tourists visiting our country from Turkey, and more than 2 million Ukrainian tourists visited Turkey, and all feel at home. And this indeed even takes under more guarantee the friendship, the alliance we have among our peoples. Therefore, in Lviv and Kharkiv, Turkey has an initiative to open consulate general buildings, and we will be as well supporting our citizens more and more actively in Ankara. I would like to thank you very much for your visit, Mr. President. This visit shows who is friendly to Ukraine and shows that you're always ready to stand with us. Ukraine will always remember this and always be ready for help if needed. However, I also believe that our friendship will be further strengthened with a joint capacity. Welcome again, Mr. President. Thank you again for your crucial visit, and thank you everyone for your attention. We now leave the floor to the President of Turkey, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan. The floor is yours, sir.
Sayın Devlet Başkanı, değerli dostum,
Head of the state, my dear friend, distinguished ministers, valuable members of the press, I would like to greet you all with the most heartfelt sentiments and respect.
Stratejik Konseyimizin 10. toplantısını az önce
We have recently held the 10th High-Level Strategic Council meeting, and by taking this opportunity, I am very pleased to pay an official visit to our strategic partner, Ukraine, again. We have established our diplomatic relations today, 30 years ago. This also brings along an historical aspect to this official visit. First and foremost, I would like to thank my dear friend Zelenskyy, and within his presence all the Ukrainian people and his ministers, for the kind hospitality shown towards me, my delegation and my wife. And our official visit coincides with a very historical moment. We will continue to support the territorial integrity of Ukraine and also the Crimea. I once again would like to state that I really appreciate the common sense shown by Vladimir Zelenskyy and his ministers. As I have reiterated many times, Turkey is ready to do its share in order to ease the tensions in the region. As the Republic of Turkey, we are a country in the Black Sea region. During our talks, once again, I have underlined the fact that we are ready to host bilateral talks in the region. So, as the Republic of Turkey, we are acting with the understanding of easing the tensions rather than putting a fire on those military escalations. And we are attaching significant importance to the Ukraine Special Envoy mission. And our support to this mission is full-fledged, as we have shown with the assignment of our ambassadors in the past. Within the scope of the Minsk agreement, hopefully the conflicts in the region will be resolved in a peaceful manner through diplomatic channels. Valuable members of the press, throughout our talks, we had a chance to assess our bilateral relations in great depth with all its aspects. Last year, we have witnessed 60% of an increase in our bilateral trade, and we have reached to the level of $7.5 billion, and we have assessed the steps to be taken in order to increase our bilateral trade volume to the level of $10 billion. The free trade agreement, which was signed, hopefully would lead us to that target. One of the most important pillars of our economic relations are our investors in Ukraine. The Turkish companies have completed the infrastructure projects in Ukraine successfully, which makes us proud. Within your presence, once again, I would like to thank the President for the trust that he has shown to our investors. Despite the pandemic, our relations in the field of tourists and tourism improved as well. Despite pandemic, last year we have hosted more than 2 million Ukrainian tourists in our country, and I am certain that this year we will be breaking new records. Throughout our talks, we have discussed and assessed the situation of our kinsmen, the Crimean Tatars being in the first place, who are establishing a bridge of friendship among our countries. The meetings that we held today and the agreements that we have undersigned today are the symbols of our will to broaden and deepen our bilateral relations. As it has always been the case, we will continue to deepen our relations on a mutual understanding and win-win basis. Once again, I would like to thank my dear friend for this kind hospitality. I greet you all with respect, love and affection. May our council meeting be auspicious.
Дякуємо за увагу.
Okay, we have more breaking news coming into us now. The U.S. President Joe Biden is delivering remarks on a successful counterterrorism operation in northwest Syria. He says a Daesh leader has been killed in a military operation.
Rape used as a weapon of war. And thanks to the bravery of our troops, this horrible terrorist leader is no more. Our forces carried out the operation with their signature preparation and precision, and I directed the Department of Defense to take every precaution possible